Hi everybody, I am Sakthivel, belongs to Department of Computer Applications. Today we are going to see the current and very emerging, eminent subject and the topic. We are living in the digital world. Now, every day we are living with digital equipments, digital components, we are using it. Wherever we go, we are having mobile phones. A phone is having Google Maps, location is enabled. So wherever you are moving, it's all recorded. Suppose if you are going into the shop, when you are leaving, the Google asks, what is the rate for the particular shop? We are rating it. Okay. So likewise, every minute, all the data from the millions of people all around the world are storing in a different platforms. The main thing is, you are well aware about that cloud. What's meant by cloud? In earlier days, the data is stored in a small hard disk, but the users of the digital people are started to growing and usage. Now the vast amount of data is generating. Okay, where to store that vast amount of data? It's all stored in the cloud and in the hard disk and the drivers and all other sources. The top companies, the top IT companies and the corporate companies are thinking that we have a lot of amount of data. It's called big data. What to do with that? How to improve income? How to know the behavior of the customers and the facilities? What are the features the customers are expecting? Those kind of informations the companies wants to seek or explore from the historical data what they have already in their drives. After getting that, they are all very numbers. With all that number, the data relies in Excel sheet, the data in the database, the data in the cloud. How to retrieve it? They are all numbers. There are millions of records. How to visualize? So they found there are n number of data visualization softwares are there in the market, but we are going to see the Tableau. Data visualization is an emerging one, and it comes under the data science area. Already it's evolved. For the next 20 years, this is going to be the emerging area, data science, data analytics, and machine learning, artificial intelligence, those areas are there. So now we are going to looking into the software, how the data is visualizing. The software name has Tableau. What is Tableau software? Just go for. The company is founded in 2003 in Stanford Research. For what? Data for the people. Data to the people, right? And would be classified as hybrid business intelligence and analytics software. Tableau is a business intelligence and as well as data analytics software. And used by many large companies like corporate. Okay, what's meant by business intelligence? Data analytics, right? Come to the business intelligence. What's meant by business? The business is selling product, selling the concept, or selling anything to the customers. For that, there are many seasons are there, continents, countries, people's behaviors. So how to decide when the people are going to buy where? So what is the interest of the people? So these are the informations gathered from the collected data data. So the business intelligence is defined as the right information to the right people at the right time to enable better decision making. The higher level of the company people are taking the decision based on the historical data of the customers. And they are taking the decisions and they are planning for the next 5 years or for the forthcoming season. Okay, what are the combination of this particular area enables is business analytics and data mining, data visualization, data tools and infrastructure. These are the combinations are involved. These are the areas are involved in the business intelligence. Data visualization. What's meant by data visualization? This is not a new one. 100 years back, the people are visualized the data. Historically, whatever they have seen, they never used any painter at all on those days. They used stones and they have drawn something, okay? They used chalk and to make that image on that particular stone. So from that ancient to today, it's developed in stage by stage. And now we are in the digital era, a digital age. It's data visualization. And it's a graphical representation of data and information. Whatever we are collecting is called data. After the knowledge gained from the data is called information. And effective and efficient way to communicate very large volume of data. We have a large volume of data that has to be communicated to the corporate or the higher level people efficiently and effective manner to take business decisions, which is going to help the business as well as the consumer and as well as the society. It helps more to take the decisions. And Tableau is a business intelligence as well as data analytics tool. So as earlier we know what's meant by business intelligence. Now we are coming to the chapter called data analytics. What's meant by data analytics? We have data and we are going to analyze. From the data, we are finding the insights. Based on the insight, we are generating the visualization. And that is presented to the higher level people to get more knowledge on the existing or from the history, and they are taking the better decision for the next forthcoming quarter or year or to the 5 years plan they will make it. And transforming quantitative and qualitative data into a graphical representation. Whatever the data we are collecting in the form of descriptive as well as in the numerical, the text as well as the numbers, both, that's all. How? It's going to be help us to make a visualization into a Tableau. That's we are going to see now. Sources of data. As of now, I have told that the data is coming from lot of places, and we have billions and millions of data. And from where we are collecting it all? The data from big data, Hadoop, SQL, and cloud data. So you know all about that. And in a minute, as per the Statistica is given the source of internet. In a minute, how much data is generating? See, 28,000 subscribers are watching on Netflix video, and 695,000 stock images are shared in Instagram, and 9,132 connections made in LinkedIn, and 69 million messages are sent through WhatsApp and other social media messages. and 5,000 downloads in the TikTok, 500 hours of content uploaded in YouTube. Just think of it, how much amount of data is sharing, duplicate also shared, forwarded messages, new content, live messages, recorded, and variety of data with duplicate or without duplicate are also shared and stored in the internet. This is the statistic of 2021. Now we come to the Tableau. This is the front page of the Tableau software. Even after opening, there are the data sources. How many data sources? From 70 and above data sources are used to get or to fetch the data into the Tableau. So for example, in the Connect pane, we have a Microsoft Excel. The data which we have stored in Microsoft Excel is very limited. Not to the big companies used Microsoft Excel. Middle and low level companies are using Microsoft Excel to store the data because the Microsoft Excel sheet is having very limited number of records only can store, right? The second one is MySQL and Oracle. Most of the corporate companies are using Oracle software to store the database. It's an RDBMS software, you know well about it. And MySQL is an open source software. Many companies are using MySQL. And as well as when you click the more button, Tableau is providing lot of sources, data sources. You can retrieve the data using these data sources. So for example, most of the time, the companies are using a very frequent thing is called Microsoft Azure. And as well as IBM DB2, MySQL and PostgreSQL and SAP HANA, okay, and Salesforce too. These are the main data sources. The large companies are using these backend. These are the backend. And also from the cloud and online too. What are the data is storing in the online can also be retrieved into Tableau. There are two ways are there in Tableau. One is live connection and then another one is extract connection. When storing the data into the Tableau, live in the sense, whatever the data is currently updating in the database is stored in live. So fetching is frequently, my data source gets refreshed in every second, right? Suppose if I take another method is an extract method, it's a snapshot of the database. I'm taking snapshot of the database, loading the content into the Tableau for the purpose of data visualization. After 1 week, after 10 days or after 15 days, I can take another extraction, another snapshot of the data, or I may use time interval refreshing data. Every 1 hour or every week, I can refresh the data. Suppose if I'm using MySQL, in a company I'm using MySQL data. For Microsoft Excel, we no need any window like this. So it's automatically, when I'm selecting the Microsoft Excel file, it loads into my Tableau software. But when I'm using Microsoft SQL, MySQL software, see it shows the window like this. In this window, I have to give what is the server name, what is the port number, as well as the username, password given by the company, given by the particular company. Those things I have to give, and when I press sign in, it's entering into that particular server, and I can take up the value from the database. Whatever the data from which database, that I can select and I can load into the Tableau software. See how the data is loading into the Tableau. Just see here, this is the connection area. After I'm selecting the database, I got this my sample superstore, which is a demo Microsoft Excel file. It is holding 3 sheets named orders, people, and returns, right? So the first one is orders. I'm just clicking and dragging into this particular area. It meanwhile it loads into this area, right? You see the data here from the sheet. So Microsoft, you know well about that Microsoft Excel is called Microsoft Workbook. There are so many sheets are there. Among that sheet, orders is one of the sheet. When I am drag and drop here, all the data, it may be 1000 rows or 10,000 rows or 10,000 rows, that will be loaded into this area. See what are the fields here? Order ID, order date, ship mode, customer ID. So all the data. Okay, a data will never be always clean. Have a hope. Always, because as a consumer, we are also giving our own information in the public places and in many shops. We are leaving some content, we are giving some other information to them. So, which is not a mandatory, whatever the data we are loading into the database, whatever the data we are getting into the Tableau will always be clean and neat. So we need to identify the missing values, noisy data, and we need to pre-process, and we are the person to clean the data. After cleaning the data, I may find that some of the columns are not necessary for the purpose. So I'm just delete it. The column which were not required, just delete it. Identify the not null values or NaN values, just delete the row. Be aware on that, be aware at the time. For your own project purpose, if the record is necessary, even with some of the null values, keep it. Otherwise, delete it. This is my first page of Tableau after loading the data. What I am saying is the front page. There are so many different pan. This is called pan area. It's a data as well as analytics area, which is showing, the data is showing all the columns. I have taken it from the Microsoft Excel. One of the magic is in the Tableau is, when I'm loading data from Microsoft Excel to Tableau, every column is having its own data type. You know well aware of that. When you are creating the database and in the table, you are defining the column name as well as the data type and its range too. Okay, but when the data is loaded into the Tableau, the magic is Tableau is taking column name and as well as the data type of magic, right? The data type is also taken by the Tableau itself, right? See, there are the symbols. What type of the data is it? What type of the data is it? Is it a characteristics data or a numeric data? What type of data is it? Okay, you can verify it. And if anything wrong is taken by the Tableau, you can also change it in the front page itself, right? Right. When it comes to, this is pages pane, this is filters pane, this marks pane. This area is very important. You may filter it. In Microsoft Excel itself, we have filters. The concept is what are the data, what are the required, or what are the columns which I am requiring, that only loads the same thing, but with little enhancements. Here it is available in filters. And the same Microsoft Excel concept is used here. There is called sheet. See, whatever you are seeing here is called sheet. In this sheet, we have rows and columns. We have rows and columns, and in comes to the right side, see, we have a different type of charts. whatever the data you are selecting, whether you are selecting the descriptive data or a numerical data, based on the data, it will automatically selects the chart type. Charts as well as maps, both are available in Tableau. Whatever the field you are selecting to make a graph, to make a chart, it will provide you what are all the charts possible. Those possible graphs are only enabled. The remainings are in the disabled form. That's one of the advantage. See, this is a sample. You know well about it, what is meant by table. The table consists of rows and columns, right, sir? Rows and column. How to view my data in a row and column representation in Tableau. See, in my right side, this is the pane. In this my chart pane, it's called table. This is called table. I am just drag and drop my field. My fields are here. My fields are here. I am selecting the field and just dragging, dropping into the row or column in which my data should display. Whether my data should relies on the x-axis or in y-axis. Okay. My sample superstore data source is having a number of columns. I have placed a category. Okay. What are all the category of my product? What are all the product category? And it should be in the row. And there are so many subcategories for each category. So I am placing subcategory here. And I am a company selling, right? Selling my product in all the places. So I have regions, right? You know well about what's meant by region, whether it is central and east, south and north as well as, right? These are my regions. In every, in category wise, there are the subcategory of products, how much sold, okay? How much sold in each region, as well as how much profit I gained in each region. This is the table I have retrieved. So I can view the data. I can view the data in just numbers, even though not in any graphical, right? But just see here, some of the maps are enabled here, right? This is pie chart, it's a bar chart, and so many other charts are enabled here. These are all the charts can be generated for the same set of values. For the same set of value, those kind of charts can be generated. Now I am going to explain what are the type of charts and a map is available for your reference. Just make it. See, this is one of the chart is category wise sales and profit bar chart, right? So you see here in the x-axis, it's full of quantity. This is a category, okay? These are the category, and what is the volume of the data which is used, right? In the hundreds, thousands, right? These are the category, furniture, okay, office supplies, and another one. Okay, what is the profit I gained? What is the sales amount? What is the profit? What is the quantity? How much quantity I have sold? How much discount I have given for this product? And what is the sales amount? How much profit I have gained? So this is what I am seeing here for each category. For each category I am seeing here. The next one is month-wise sales and profit line chart. See guys, it's called a line chart. Usually when the line moves up, it states that it's growth. When the line comes down, no, whatever it is, it's falling down. If sales goes up, okay, right. The sales is going up, but the profit goes down. It means you are losing something. So gradually when the sales and the profit will be on the same upper stage, okay, in the upper manner. You see here, the sale and the profit as well as starts here, and it goes up. Right. So a manager will understood, okay, the sales and the profit is high. The graph is moving, goes up. Okay, good. The company is in the good position. Right. See, year-wise sales and profit for each segment. I have already told that there are so many columns in our Microsoft Excel, in our database table. So based on the column, whatever the column which we require to generate data visualization, that all can be enabled using the data you are extracting. You are finding the insight through data visualization. That's most important. Okay, comes to here. See, these are the category wise, and we are telling that what is the sales and profit for each segment. When I am moving the cursor into this area, a tooltip opened for what category, in which segment, what is the profit, what is the sales, and all the details. You can add up more detail. You can add up more detail in the tooltip, whatever the data you want it. That's so easy in Tableau. Even those data is not displayed here can also be added into this tooltip. Okay, it generates more sense. Generates more sense to us. Guys, see here. It's map. Okay, from my data, I have order ID, order date, and as well as I have a country, right? Okay, I'm selling my product to so many countries. In all the countries where there are number of states are there. In all the states, we have a postal code. Okay, using that longitude and latitude, how Google Maps are working, likewise Tableau is also having that kind of facility here. Just we are using that order date, postal code, we can generate a map. So you see here, this is the map, and whatever the darkened area is having high sales. Okay, high sales will come to high profit. So the lesser dark is in the next place. In the lesser dark is next place. So very lighter area will come to the very, very low sales, and as well as we are getting very low profit. So those areas can be grouped. Those areas can be grouped and taken much more care to improve the productivity or the sale of that particular company. You see here, when I am selecting this state, there is a chart is generated. How many category wise sales, how many is happened. So I can found the insight. So and so area is buying this particular product in this much amount, So I can also concentrate in the nearby future. I may concentrate on furniture as well as office to improve my sales. Okay, that's the insight is taken from that particular area. You see how beauty is it? And this tabular column. So we all know about it. What is tabular? Okay, the data is represented in any mode. It's in tabular format, but this is somewhat different, and this is all available in Microsoft Excel too. See, the data is presented here, and the colors are filled. The colors are filled based on the sales. I am not going to click any color into this here. Okay, this automatically generated colors based on the sales as well as the profit, and I can change the color even if I want. There is a color span is there. I am selecting it, so I can select the variety of colors, combination of colors. If I am selecting that, immediately that colors will be applied here, because the companies may have a different their own color combination for their own better understanding. Stacked column chart. You see guys, since stacked column chart, every category is divided into subcategories for detailed analysis. A manager wants to analyze more detailed manner, it's in stacked bar chart. For a particular furniture or something, how much volume of data, how much volume of sales in each category wise, and it gives the data value too. It gives the value in numbers. So a manager or an higher people can easily identify, okay, in which area we are strong, in which area we are weak, in which area we are moderate, and what are all the category wise, we have to focus to improve the business, to improve the business available functionalities. Not only this, there are so many other functionalities are available in Tableau. Tableau is the best tool for data visualization. And there are so many other tools too. And one of the competitor, I may tell that one of the competitor with the Tableau is called Microsoft Power BI. Microsoft Power Business Intelligence Tools is the best competitor with Tableau. And also in the recent years, he is competing more with Tableau. And these are the other areas which we should learn. We should know more about on Tableau. Tableau is using filters and different charts and maps, parameters are there, and using calculated fields and trend line, forecast and etc. And one thing is very important in Tableau, gentlemen, the forecasting. If I'm loading a 10 years data into my chart and I'm generating a trend line for the next 1 year or for the next 2 years, what will be my sales? That can be predicted forecastly in Tableau. That's one of the excellent feature available for us. So guys, just go and visit tableau.com and get into the data science field and enjoy with many type of data visualization. Okay, I'll see you in the next session.